I'm currently listening to Justin Longmuir's press conference, and I can feel the regurgitation in my mouth. Look, he's talking about contests for the 8th straight week this season. I am going to turn off my TV. Fremantle have gone down by 61 points at Marvel Stadium on Friday night. When the lights get too bright, shock, Fremantle fold. The Saints 14-10-94. The Dockers 5-3, 33. Unbelievable. 44 in chat. I'm sure there'll be some strong opinions tonight. We've got someone in the waiting room who I'll bring in. Look.
How good was that? That was sick, man. Oh, God. I've never left a game early before. Well, maybe I have, late in the game, but, that was a 3/4 time job.
I've never said anything like that.
I've got my name. I don't know if it says it here, but Freo Faithful. I've lost faith after that. That's one where you go, oh, and we've never been one to hop on the big drastic action train, but that's one where you can genuinely go JL. That's dicey. That's fucking dicey. When we have the inconsistency in our performances from week to week like that, we're the better team on paper, and you just don't even show up. The amount of people I met tonight that have flown over to Melbourne for the weekend to watch Freo and they dish that shit up. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'd like to think that since we've started this channel over the past 3-4 months, we've been quite level-headed.
Yeah.
In terms of the sort of hierarchy at this club and who are in the important positions. I'm not comfortable with our coach.
It's actually fair. It's actually fair. I can't even say, oh, come on, man. Not 100% fair.
And I'm sure people still have differing opinions to that. There are a few in the chat that are still on his train. It's been now.
I'm not saying sack him now, but I don't have any arguments against it. I want him to do well, but the list we have is so good. There is no excuse for performances like that anymore. There's no excuses for the performance against Geelong round 1. There's no excuse for losing to an 0-5 Melbourne. And ultimately, we have talent out there. Bro, when we start the 4th quarter and Luke Jackson starts centre bounce with Sean Darcy, it's are you fucking joking me? What is that?
I can't remember. What game was it? It was a couple years ago. It was 2023. I was there. It was a tense affair with the Bulldogs at Marvel. And for the first, I reckon at every break, quarter time, half time, 3/4 time, it was level. It was so close. And then in the 4th quarter, JL did something baffling in the ruck. It might have been Fife in the ruck, or it was someone really random. We had Darcy and Jackson both out there. And it was just, what is happening? It is just, over the past 5 years, there have been just weird decisions. And these losses have come sporadically, but they're still far too common for where we're at.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't. I've titled the preview this week, No Excuses. There are no excuses. There was no excuse for a 1-point loss tonight. There's no excuse for a 10-goal loss.
We kicked 1 goal and a half of football in a perfect conditioned stadium. And Hayden Young did his hamstring again, which is
that's 7 weeks.
Great. So, for any opposition clubs out there, just make sure Caleb Strong doesn't get the ball and you beat the Dockers.
Caleb is one of my favourite players. He is vital to the success of this club. He needs to mature because every time he gets tagged or players get under his skin, he can't break out of it, and mentally he gets lost. We've now seen this multiple times this season. He looks lost mentally whenever he gets any sort of attention, and he needs to break out of it.
well, all the wins we've had, I think we've said this on the pod, but like it's games where they don't tag Sarong, and like they just put Wintager and Garcia on him, just like make him have a shit night, and he has a shit night. This this doesn't, like, everyone's going for like, oh, Matt Johnson had a shit game, and he did. He was shocking. He had 4 disposals in the first 5 minutes and turned the ball over every time. Like, people are saying like, oh, Josh Draper had a shit game. Sean Darcy sucks, but it's like, it's not that anymore. Like, you can't point the finger because these players have shown a level of ability in the past that's been good enough. And this is the biggest loss we've had. I think this is the biggest loss that we've had since the 2019 Derby, where we lost by 91 points against West Coast.
Fucking 2 goals 80.
Yeah, I think that was a West Coast home game.
Yeah, it was
away Derby.
That's the worst game I've ever attended by a fit. No, it was our home game actually. That was our home game. Yeah, it was deplorable.
Yeah, that was the season that was the end of Ross Lyon, right? That was his last year.
Yeah, it was. We sacked him with 1 week to go.
Yeah. I want it to work for JL, but there's no more excuses. And, you can say all the contest Team D jargon you want, JL, but this one's for you to answer, buddy. When you got Caleb Sarong, who's the best ground ball player in the competition, one of the best clearance players in the competition, Andrew Brayshaw, who's in career best form, 2 rucks at your disposal, Hayden Young, Shea Bolton, and you're just getting, for lack of a better phrase, cream pied in clearances like that. Is just, do you understand the tactics to beat Ross Lyon? And he obviously didn't have them. We're just sort of one-dimensional, I think.
Fair comment here from Chris. I think Liam Stocker had an unbelievable game. He shut Shea Bolton completely out of it. He was fiery. The whole Saints team were fiery. Hugo Garcia responded. Are we going to play one more team that just cops media scrutiny throughout the week and then puts us in our place?
What happens after that? We got Collingwood at home next week.
We were saying this. Like, what if we lose today and we have to go into Collingwood on Thursday night, and then the Giants away? Like, it's actually terrifying.
Yeah, this run could be dicey for JL.
I think the bye is going to be. There could be a decision made at the bye.
Fuck.
If it goes on like this, because this is unacceptable. As I've said, we're pretty level-headed. There's no excuse. Where was a comment I want to bring up? Simon, pretty sad night, but it's not the end of the world. It actually is. Like, this is.
This is the apocalypse.
It is. But in terms of this football club, that's as close as an apocalypse as we're going to get.
It's the worst loss we've had. It's the worst loss we've had in 6 years.
Yeah, this goes down with the Geelong grubbing in 2018, the West Coast one in 2019. Yeah. This is on the same level. Like, 7 points and a half football.
At halftime, like, what were we down by, like 20 points or something like that?
Yeah.
And like, you can hear people speaking in the stands like, oh, it's only 20 points. They can come out. Like, you're not going to win a game if you score 1 goal in a half of football. Like, doesn't matter. That you don't win. You'll get nothing. You lose. Yeah.
You got a big game tomorrow?
Yes. Wattle Park Animals away to Hawthorn. So yeah, that was the reason I left early as well. I was like, why would I stay and watch this shit when I can go home, get a nice early kit? I'd say beat the traffic, but there was about 2,000 people at Marvel Stadium to watch that.
Same as last year. Looks like the top tier got a bit of traction. Didn't look as bad as last year.
Man, I don't even know what to say. The Darcy and Jackson actually did look lost out there. Like, I don't know. We all want this to work. The wider footy communities like this will not work. And then you watch a game like that, and it's like there's times where they're just like communicating and like swapping. Like, oh yeah, I'll go forward, you go ruck. Like, we need to change it up. And then JL with the ace off his sleeve. Let's play them both in the midfield at the same time. Wow.
Darcy Jackson Rovers, Draper in the ruck. How about that?
Did that happen?
Oh, Drab played the whole last quarter in the ruck.
Really?
Yeah, whole last quarter. There wasn't a single centre bounce he wasn't at.
That's crazy. See,
Yeah.
I left the 3/4 time and didn't even watch. So
We just threw the towel in. I think we were just wrapping him in bubble wrap. It was just no point gaming in. I mean, Darcy is. I've given him a bit of leeway for a few weeks because he's been coming back from injury, but tonight was where he came back to the Richmond game, right? That was round 5. So that's 5, 6. That's 4th game back. Come on, mate. That was.
Yeah, and we said it on the pod, but like that Adelaide win means 0 now. Like that actually, we're pretty much back where we were when we lost to Melbourne.
Worse. This is far worse.
Yeah, because it's compounded now, but like
because we were calling that Geelong game in round 1 an anomaly. That's no longer an anomaly.
Yeah, no, well, what we're 4-4, and the 4 losses have been nothing to hang our hat on. Well, we haven't had one loss this season where it's been like, oh, at least we cracked in. Like every time we have to actually put in a shift, we just crumble.
We're about to hit 700 subs, by the way. We are having a career night.
Yes. How many have we got in?
We've got 77 in.
I'm not even like sad. I've completely like this season.
What's the point of letting it affect? I mean, it definitely has affected me, but what's the point of like caring that much?
My mum and dad came over this weekend, and like they're at Optus every week, and like I've grown up going to the footy with them. And they're always shouting and like they're very vocal, and I was just sat there like hood up the whole game, just like I can't let it affect me. I don't even want to. Genuinely, I was like, I'm not going to yell because I need my voice for football tomorrow. Like I'm just prioritizing that.
The thing is, right? Because tonight's umpiring performance was that bad, but I don't think I can even bring myself to complain about it because we still would have lost by 10 goals.
Get that Hey Mixer comment
up. Hey Mixer. Which one? Oh, this one?
Yeah. Read it out.
Much wants to Joe to leave. Yeah, but the thing is, right, I want a premiership really badly too. Doesn't mean I can coach an AFL club. So it's just talent. I don't think he's got it in him. And the funny thing is, watching the post game, the number 1 defender in footy media over all these years has been JL's former colleague Nathan Buckley. He did not look. He wasn't sticking up for him. He threw the towel in. It was.
What did he say?
He was like we've seen these losses before for Fremantle, but this is different. Like with the list they have, this is completely unacceptable. And along those lines. And yeah, good point, Simon. We have to vote tomorrow. I don't have to vote, but election day.
I voted for Justin Longmuir for Prime Minister.
Oh, jeez. He'd be better at that than being an AFL coach.
Might need a new job. Look, they're not going to sack him. Like if I woke up in the morning and JL was sacked, I actually wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad, but I'd be shocked. I'd be
shocked, I'd be like, all right, fair. Like, yeah. You don't show up. You don't show up to work and just put in that shit. And Ross Lyon, like, as much as we don't like the man, he is a good tactical coach. And he just gave JL a lesson. Like, this is how you set up a side tactically. You look at that St Kilda side, man. That team is stinky. Like, I walked out to go for a piss at halftime, and Liam Henry's just like walking around like on his phone. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that guy. But like the fact that he's not even playing in that team, and he's I don't know, like it's just
we lost to Lance Collard, Hugh Boxall, Max Hall, Liam O'Connell, Cooper Sharman, who kicked 4 by the way, Hugo Garcia, who was subbed after a quarter last week, Ryan Burns, Carlton reject Liam Stocker. They're not superstar names I'm chucking out. That's over half the team.
Yeah. Well,
I think our bottom 10's far better than theirs on paper, but
yep, you cannot do that when we have the list that we have. Yeah.
we can't.
I'll leave it there because there's probably other people that have. I actually like switched off from the game, so I can't even be like this and this and this because I was just like, what the fuck? So,
Well, stay tuned for the podcast next week, guys, because we'll have a great analysis where one of us didn't actually watch the fucking game.
yeah, nah. I was at the game. I didn't watch it.
Oh, my power went out in the third quarter, like the whole street. So I
Nice.
missed like the last 10 minutes of that. So that was great. That was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Did you see that Sharman goal that he snapped from the pocket?
Was that the last goal of the third? Because that's what I missed.
Yeah, I think it might have
Yeah.
been. He was getting tackled. I don't even know. It was similar to the Bont one last
Oh,
year.
wait, the Akamana celebration.
Yeah.
I saw that, yeah.
It's like the Bont one last year. Like we went into that game favourites at Marvel. I think that was the last game we had at Marvel actually.
Yeah, it would have been.
And yeah, I don't know. When it's not your day, it's not your day. But yeah. JL, brother, your time to respond, son. I'll leave it there. Freo Faithless. Keep it tuned.
Have a good one, mate.
Go the Animals.
Waddlebark. We've got 104 in, by the way. This is unprecedented. We've got quite a few in the waiting room. We'll head over to Ethan Myers. Are you there? All right. Talk to me.
My oh my.
Do we have any faith? I mean, we are called Freo
No.
Faithful, but I don't think there's a lot of faith left.
He has to go, blood. He has to go.
He actually does.
There's genuinely no way he gets another chance. Like he's so gone. It's actually unreal.
He will get another chance. It's just there's a low chance of it.
Like
there's a low chance
this game. Oh,
Go.
you look at it on paper and you go, "No, we're chilling," and somehow we kick 5 goals in an entire game of football. Unreal.
It shouldn't. I can't. So all these fan cams this year, we've done like a little tactical breakdown with the fans.
What's a breakdown?
We've talked about the positives. Who played well? I've got
What's
nothing.
a positive?
No. Literally just yap everything you have to me about this club because this is as low as it gets.
There's so over it. That's one of the most embarrassing games ever witnessed in a long, long time, if ever. Might be ever. But yeah, they'll have to go. There's genuinely no way Sky gets another chance. We've got such a good and impressive and young list, and it's like, how are we getting locked up and somehow they lock up our 2 best midfielders and then whole team just falls to shambles?
They were playing a double tag today. I've actually never. It's the most Ross line thing ever. Winhager and Garcia just locked down Sarong and Brage. Sarong needs to stop throwing a fit every time he gets tagged. I love the guy.
100%.
You can't.
Mate, it's going to happen when you're that good. Take it as a compliment, if anything.
Exactly. And the good players take it as a compliment and they play through it and they make their team better. Our other midfielders aren't benefiting from Sarong getting tagged. No one stood up today in the absence of him, and they haven't whenever he's been tagged.
It's poor. No one's supporting. Yeah. No support, no help.
Well, the good thing is
Corey Wagner, 15 tackles, or maybe 16 in the end.
Yeah, he had 16 tackles, nearly scored, nearly had more tackles than points. He did. He had the same amount of tackles as points at 3/4 time.
That shows how much we didn't have the ball. That's unreal. I've put a petition to boycott Collingwood game next week. Get the crowd at 20,000.
20K there, yeah.
Just no one rock up. Send a message, please.
Oh, jeez.
Hashtag boycott. So bad.
Oh, mate, I'll let you go.
All right.
That was.
Will I catch you at the 9:30 Optus Bridge meet and jump? I've heard about that.
I'm not commenting.
Payment's going to go off.
Thanks, mate.
About a storm Optus. All right. See you. Have a good one.
See ya. One of my good mates, Ethan, there. Matt, are you ready? Give us a thumbs up. Yeah, all right.
Oh no, that was probably the worst game I've watched from this club in 2016 days maybe. Jesus.
It's
I
so
don't
funny.
even- like I was.
What's the point of like being sad and crying? Like, let's just laugh. Let's just have fun. It's-
Oh my. Look, Ross can come back if he wants. If he wants to come back
the
again.
door's open.
Look, we should never have sacked him. No, look. Yeah, look, I was pretty pissed off. Let's just say everyone in the family was pretty heated during that game. Different fingers pointed at who's responsible for that. Everyone agreed that, yeah, look, definitely not a coaching masterclass by JL. If this was any other sporting league in the world, he'd probably be sacked after that performance. Because, yeah, I don't know. I can't even think of a positive thing to say. Corey Wagner tackled a lot. I guess that's something.
Give us the flag. Flag mail is back. Corey Wagner tackled a lot.
I thought he was going to break the tackle.
That actually is our positive out of today. Like, he played, to be fair to
Corey Wagner.
15 tackles is fucking impressive. Oh, Joe, kicked you off. My bad.
Yeah, 12 and a half. So I was like, oh, maybe he might break the tackle record and, keep watching, see if he has 20-odd tackles in the game. But, I don't know. It's just, I think it's like, I'd rather be a West Coast supporter if I'm going to be honest, because, well, one, they've got flags, but so like at least every time they play bad, you can chuck on the 2018 grand final or whatever and be like, oh yeah, life's good. But our greatest year is the year we lost the grand final, so it's like, you've got to reminisce the glory days when we almost got there. But I don't know. It's just the hope that kills you.
5 on the full.
It's the hope that kills her, It's like last week, riding high, I'm like, oh, we're back. And then it's just like, I'd rather just be consistently shit than like up and then down and up and down,
Oh, 100%.
It's just, yeah.
I've led probably 5-6 fan cams this year. I sort of know what to say. I'm lost today. What do I ask? Thoughts on our forward line today?
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay? Do you need therapy or of some sort?
I was gonna say this is gonna become probably like a therapy session group,
It will. Let's get the whole waiting room in.
Oh, well, it's bad because I remember I came on a week ago. Probably would have been the Derby, maybe. No, Bulldogs game probably, and I was like, oh, things are going good, we're in a decent spot, and then now it's just like the Melbourne game and then this game. I think next year, boys, next year.
Yeah, next year's the year. That's just always going to be your mindset. It's just right off this year.
I actually have a flag mantle hat.
So disgusting. You have a flag mantle hat.
Yeah, and I don't know why I bought it back in 2022. It was someone made it. And I was like, oh yeah, when things are looking good. Now I'm just like, oh, I never want to see that hat again.
That year was so fun. We weren't expected to be that good. And we rode the wave. We had no expectation. We played fun footy. We had Noddy kicking goals out of his ass. And now we've got...
Take me back, mate.
I don't know.
2022 elimination final. Oh, the days, man.
That comeback. Gee, just...
I don't know. And then, I don't know. I don't even, you should have talked to me, halfway during that game. I probably would have provided some, a bit more entertainment, probably more, worse language, probably. Now it's sort of mellowed
fair
out
enough.
a little bit because you just sort of accepted it. Just sort of
I should have done
accepted
these
it. I
fan
don't
cams
know.
like straight after the game. I reckon people would have been. To be fair, I think everyone lost emotion by like the third quarter. I don't feel
That's
anything.
was like sort of how they say like when you like I can't remember if you said like the 5 stages and it'd be like you have grief and then you have like denial and then you have like
Yeah.
anger. That's what that game was like. It's like the first quarter was like denial. It was like that's just a slow start, and then it just got to like anger and then it got to like grief and then it's like you're at acceptance now. You sort of feel like it's happened.
We've just had a comment come in. This is apparently a
no.
Jordan Clark quote. It's pretty fucking embarrassing, to be honest, mate. We're embarrassed. We've let the Freo family down, and we feel a lot of responsibility for an absolute crap performance tonight. Clarky doesn't mince his words.
But see,
Probably fair enough.
I'm just sick of this talk. I'm just sick of the talk. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, JL will be or like Pierce or like they'll be in the press conference. They'll get interviews like, oh, we got to learn our lessons from this match, and we'll respond next week. And it's like, how many lessons do we need to learn before it
Mate, they put
finally
the press
sinks
conference
in?
on TV. He started speaking about contest. I turned it off. What do you mean? We're speaking about contest after a 61-point loss to St Kilda. That's what you can gain out of it. The same thing you've gained out of every game in your coaching tenure.
Longmire and Ange Postecoglou, the two like most secure jobs in the world.
Oh. I think Ange is like God if they don't win the Europa League.
Well, Longmure's version of that's the derby, mate.
Yeah, true.
Like, we're lucky we won that derby because if we lost that derby, it'd be done.
If we lost that derby, we'd lose the Bulldogs game. We're probably 0-5, and the channel's probably deleted, to be honest. So, that derby meant a lot.
You'd be like, you guys have jinxed us. No.
Oh, it is. Yeah, we actually have. What? It is the most hot and cold season ever. Like, last season we were like hell good, then hell shit. Like 2023, we were just hell shit. 2022, really good. This is just good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Just...
Mate, look, I'll say this though. Usually fan cams get a lot more engagement and do a lot better when the team starts playing bad. So
yeah, it's good to see we've got over 100 people in at the moment.
You might get a lot more people coming in and just being like, I'm sure there's a lot of angry Freo fans out there right now. A lot of happy West Coast fans. I know a few of my mates are pretty we're pretty happy with that game. I'm like, that's how you know they're going bad when the happiest like point of their weekends when we lose.
And they'll win on Saturday. Just know it.
Who are they playing? I don't even know.
Melbourne.
Fuck, who are they playing? Oh,
Melbourne.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah. They might.
Oh well.
Thanks for joining me, mate. That was a night.
No.
A night we'd like to forget.
Oh, look. Maybe you might have a few drinks and pretend it never existed.
That might be the only way to fix this. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Have a good one.
You too.
We'll go through chat for a bit. I haven't actually put the link in the chat. You can click the link in the description if you would like. Hold up. Join the fan cams here. Let me just copy this in. Okay, you should be able to join through that link now. If you want to come have a yarn, if you're a Freo fan or a Saints fan. To the bloke in the waiting room saying, please, no, you're not getting in. Sincere question. Do you guys really believe we should be 8-0 at this point? Like, reality doesn't match expectations in all aspects of life. We'll be fine. No, we don't. We shouldn't be 8-0. Like, we lost by 80 to Geelong. We've just lost by 60 to St Kilda. There is no way in which they should have been wins in any world. So, no. This is deeper than this playing group. This club has played like this since day one. With zero faith, I genuinely think it would take a confident and completely unorthodox coach. I think orthodox is probably quite a good word for old Justin. Freo 0-4 in the next 4 weeks. So we've got Collingwood at home, Giants away, Port at home, Gold Coast away. Then we're into the bye. You've got to laugh. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Yeah. Reed and Dudley are not match fit. Tracy landed on his hip. Young pushed himself too hard and put another hammy. We just kept trying to do something amazing instead of the basics. We have a lot of chat. Let me try find the good ones. We've just got Lockie spamming knock knock, which is just it's just great, isn't it? Geelong fan. Gotta go touch some grass. Check back in next week. Fair enough. Enjoy nature. Enjoy life. No point stressing about this silly club. Waglow. God, see Wagner 3 votes if I've ever seen it. What else? Do we have anything? Pat, if you're still here, you can join. I will let you in. We're going to get Healthy Mac in next. Are you there? Ready? All right.
Hello, how are you?
You're a Saints fan. Oh, I'm good. Oh, geez.
Good fun. I enjoyed it, and just what we needed for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I mean, fair play to you. Talk to me about your lot, because you'd be over the moon. You had a few guys that didn't really step up against Brisbane, and they really showed it to us today.
Yeah, no, it just shows that with 3 losses coming into the Freo game, I was like, oh, God, are we going to do anything or what are we going to get? But no, I just thought defensively we were really good. We were attacking very well, and just our forwards were just firing left, right, and centre, which is what I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper Sharman, Jack McRae really got going this week, which was good to see on your end. It just feels like Freo, whenever we travel interstate, play a team that's under heavy media scrutiny, and we just absolutely cop it. Do you think you can, kick on from here?
Oh, I don't know. Time will tell, really, because we have the Blues and then West Coast and then Gold Coast. So you never know if we bring that 4-quarter performance like we did against you guys, then we should be setting up our season very well. But who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, considering you're on a Freo channel, I'll ask you about what you made of the Dockers tonight. It wasn't good, was it?
Oh, Fremantle. Just the one bit I could say, when we kicked the first and then you guys kicked one back, I thought, okay, this is going to be a good game. But then Fremantle just didn't have anything in them. I don't know if Brayshaw or Sarong, one of them were being tagged. I just wasn't sure, but it just wasn't a Fremantle performance tonight.
Yeah, both of them were being tagged, actually. Garcia was just going to each one of the different bounces. It was very bizarre. What you say, you got Carlton next week? You confident?
Yeah, no, I like beating the Blues. We beat them last year. I just think beating Carlton is just as good as beating Collingwood, if not better.
Yeah, I mean, beating those two teams are always a joy. Hopefully we can beat the Pies next week, but I've got heavy doubts. Thanks for joining, mate. Have a good night and congrats.
Yeah, no problem. See ya.
See ya. Yeah, not having that. Bloke was praying. We've got who else? We got Jimbo in next.
That was awful.
Oh, fair to say, yeah.
Look, we had actually, for the kicks that we did have, it looked like we were missing every single target on the field. We actually had a higher disposal efficiency than St Kilda, but when it went inside 50, St Kilda had 50.8% disposal efficiency to our 29.4.
I actually rate your ability to bring out the stats after this, because I can't actually bear to look at the stats. To analyze this game on the podcast on Monday is going to be one of the hardest tasks I'll have to pull off this year.
It's just, and then when you think, oh, it's okay, we've got Jackson and Sean Darcy back. We've got 2 rucks. This duo is going to be absolutely amazing. But then no, last quarter, let's put them in the midfield centre bounce and put Josh Draper in the ruck and see if that brings us the win. Obviously, it wasn't going to work. look, questions over JL, questions over our entire leadership group at the moment because nobody stood up tonight. It was an absolute fraudulent performance from everyone on the field. Corey Wagner was great. Corey Wagner had more tackles than 17 players on our team had disposals tonight. So, well done to him.
Ridiculous.
I
Wag's print was fantastic.
I have my doubts over us winning any games in the future in the next 4 weeks. Next month's going to be grim. But
So grim. Yeah. Like our next
can
one would actually be post-bye. And we don't play well post-bye historically. We don't play well historically just in general. So
you have to like rebuild all the confidence.
Our confidence must be shot.
Oh, look. Yeah.
The next game we'll go in as favourites at will be the North Melbourne away game at Optus in round 14.
Oh, is that upsetting? The next game we're going to be favourites at is against North Melbourne. That is quite sad, especially when that's 5 weeks away too.
Yeah, well, 6 weeks away if you include the bye. It's nearly 2 months. It's grim.
Oh, we're not going to be favourites for 2 months. You can't be serious. I mean, it's already been the longest 2 months of the season already. I mean, it is very hot and cold, isn't it? And against the Pies, Thursday night, we've been like bullied for having a Friday night performance this week. We have Thursday night Optus roaming Brian type scheduled game here, and we're already $2.50. If Collingwood win this week, I can't even bear to see what that goes up to.
We talk about curses in football. We are the only team since roaming Brian was invented to have never had him. So whenever we get put on a Channel 7 broadcaster game with BT, we have never won. Like the closest we got was that draw against Richmond a few years ago. I feel like whenever BT commentates our games on a Thursday or Friday night, may as well just pack it up, not turn up, because we're not going to win. I think it's a curse.
And against Collingwood as well. No, it's scripted for us to get bolted.
Any other words, mate? Because I think there are a few people that I'm sure want to get some shit off the chest.
Look, not really. I've just got to rebuild some hope for next week. I'm sure we won't bounce back, but hopefully we do.
Yeah.
That was
thanks, mate. Have a good one.
Thank you.
You get that outlook. This next month is a huge challenge that we should be excited for. Simon, we are 8 weeks into the season. We've had 3 embarrassing losses this year in 8 weeks. This is a season we should be showing our true self. I'm all okay with not hitting true form to start the year and hitting form at the right time of year. I'm okay with that logic, but tonight's unacceptable. As I've said, we're quite a level-headed channel. I think me and Drew's sort of ride the highs and lows quite well. This is really, really low, mate. Like, this is probably as bad as it'll get this year, which maybe is a positive. I don't think it can get worse than what we've put up tonight. That was worse than the Geelong game round 1. That was Derby 2019 areas. It's one of the worst games I've ever seen from this club. Let's turn Optus into the empty had. Jeez. No, okay, that's now 5 straight quarters that I'll have to scratch because that 4th quarter against Adelaide wasn't good either. 2018 Starlight. What was that game? That's a flashback. I can't even remember it. Andy and Callum there find a way to break tags and that level of pressure that destroyed us. If they're tagged and can't figure it out, this can happen again. Absolutely. I think Andy and Caleb being stopped, we're very susceptible to. We're going to bring Patrick in. Are you there? Yeah, he's there. G'day, mate.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, not great.
I lost at that game.
Yep.
Just commentators talk about the positives, and I just think there wasn't anything in that game from us.
Nothing.
And I think Serge Tracy switched off on the forward line, wasn't getting the ball, and nobody was pitching in to help him.
Yeah. I don't know what to. I don't even like. I can't even single out players today. It's just one of those games where you've got to blame the bigger picture, the coaches, the playing group as a whole, not as individuals. It's just one of those days.
Yeah, we just JL has got to go. He's had too many years to get it right. He's got a couple more games. If we don't get a win, it's just he's done.
I think we just need to show a response minimum next week against Collingwood. Like, he's obviously not going to be sacked after this, but I am really losing faith in our coach. It might already be lost. I'll have to wake up tomorrow morning because my emotions are still very raw after the game, but I'll have to wake up tomorrow morning and really see where I sit on JL because they're not positive thoughts at the moment.
Yeah, we need I reckon a decent fight against Collingwood's doable, but if Nick Dacos shuts down Andy Brayshaw so long, it's going to be the same story as tonight, even worse, I reckon.
Yeah, it's not going to be good, mate. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Do you have anything else?
Lost words about tonight. I thought we would have. I thought earlier today. I just thought it's either we'll win by 10, or they'll snatch into the close one. I wasn't expecting as much.
Yeah, neither was I, mate. Yeah, thanks for joining. And yeah,
we'll get ready for next week. Dust off, get ready for next
Hopefully.
week.
Fingers crossed. Have a good one, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't tag, so Nick Dacos is going to take the piss next week. Like, really going to take the piss. We've still got 94 in. The link is in the description. If you want to come join the fan cams, please feel free. We have just hit 700 subscribers, by the way, on Freo Faithful. What a positive night for the channel. Get up and about. 700 subscribers. We didn't even kick 7 goals tonight. It's pretty impressive for the channel. We've got more hundreds than goals kicked tonight. It's a fair play. This guy really wants to be in.
Oh, hello. I didn't expect that. Hello, how's it going?
Oh, so good.
Yeah. You caught me in a bad timing. You doing okay?
Yeah,
You're right.
So good.
Yeah. After like the second quarter, I just went to a soccer game after that. Oh God. And I went to bed of the fourth quarter. Oh, I just, what is going on? Sometimes we do good, sometimes we do bad. Why? We are now 0-3 in Victoria. Okay, this is just terrible. Okay, I just want to hug the players, but just like
I don't want to hug the players.
Crap.
That was
not all of them. Just only one who actually tried. Okay. But yeah. Sometimes we do good. Sometimes we do bad. Next week, I don't know. I'm just trying my best. Okay, just to be like, okay, this is fine. This is Freo. That we talk about. We always right. Okay, every time we in the defense part, we go do a little kick to kick. Right, look, Ryan, you go kick to Brendan Cox. Brendan Cox, you kick it to Alex Pearce. Like, we're not moving the ball forward. We're not like with Caleb Sarong and Andrew Brayshaw, they not getting out of it. They should have realized that they should have get it out. Okay, they are not getting the disposals, and it just what's going on with Sean Darcy and Luke Jackson? They're getting the hit outs, but they're not getting the advantage. They're not getting the clearances.
Matt's asked the question: What player would you want to hug tonight? Because personally, I'm not in a hugging mood, really.
That's a good question. Thank you for asking me that, Matthew. That's
Andy is throwing out some pearls here.
Andy, I already made that, unfortunately.
Have you really? Jeez.
Yeah, that was That was interesting. Yeah, probably Sarong, of course. Brayshaw, I really like the hug because I think that's my mum's favorite, Andrew Brayshaw. And
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
Ragnar. I love
Wagner gets the
Ragnar.
hug, yeah.
Ragnar will get the hug. Ragnar will get the hug. Luke Ryan will get the hug. He tried.
No,
The
then,
defense
then
will get.
I think Wagner's the only one that gets a hug tonight.
Okay,
I don't-
fine.
I'm not hugging any of them, but if I had to, it would be Corey Wagner.
Yeah,
We've
Corey
got a
Wagner.
few
Oh,
requests
yeah,
in
Hayden
chat
Young, yeah.
for a rendition of Man on the Dockers.
Yeah.
So do you
What
want
about
to
him?
do we give us a performance of the song?
Well, as people should know, it's happening 2 p.m. tomorrow. Should I really want to hear it?
Yeah, this is
I
like
think-
there's 100 people watching right now. You want to give us a good performance? We just lost by 10 goals, mate. We need a bit of fun.
Okay, all right, why not? This is for like next week against Colorado.
Yeah, give us a bit of motivation.
alright.
Get us up.
All right, here we go. I'm talking about the man on the Dockers. I'm asking you to say his name. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make a a better place, take a look at yourself and say his name. Yeah. Na 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 na. Oh
Is that it?
yeah. Okay. I think that's everyone should need that. Yeah.
Yeah, round of applause. That
This
was
guy, bro.
yeah, man. Caleb's wrong. You missed the real big three part. That's my favorite bit of the song.
Oh, the real big free.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Thank you for your input, mate. We've had a lot of fun tonight, and I hope you have a good one.
I'll try. And I hope you have a good night. For tomorrow and Sunday. Oh yeah. By the way, guys, Sunday is my birthday, so wish me a happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday, Average!
Yeah.
What a great birthday
Yeah.
weekend that the Dockers have given you.
What is Andy Munro doing that? That emoji.
I'm actually not sure if that's the real Andy, and if
Oh
it
my
is, God, that's funny.
I feel like, oh God, please. I don't get these people. I don't. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't get
Average.
these people.
Thank you. Yeah. No, keep going. Sorry, I cut you off.
I don't get these people. These fans of that. Keep going, Average. Like, what the?
Yeah. Well, I think we'll cut it there, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate your input. You've
Bye.
given us a lot of joy on a very dark night, and I'll see you next time. Oh wait. No, sorry. Go again.
The real
I cut you off.
big free.
Yeah. That's a performance as I've ever seen it. Best performance of the night, says Bree. It's not hard to beat. Nah, all good. I'm sure that would give some of the 95 people watching a bit of joy. That was stunning, wasn't it? The link is still available in the description if anyone wants to come and join the fan cams. Everyone is more than welcome to. I'll quickly chuck the link back in again. If you're a Freo fan or a Saints fan and you want to have a yarn about the game, then look, feel free. We'll get through a bit more chat here before the waiting room starts to fill up a bit again. Okay. All of us got laughed after that embarrassing performance tonight. Oh yeah, exactly. You can't cry. Still 90 odd. Oh no, fair play. Thank you everyone for sticking around. This is the thing, right? This is why we've made this channel, to have a bit of a community, because I think all of us have supported Fremantle for a pretty substantial amount of time, and we all know what this club's about. Losing. And look, sometimes we just need a group of 100 or so people to share the sorrow in. So it's good we've got that tonight. My God. Oh yeah, I think whenever you chuck up a performance like this, it's going to be hard to really get in the gutter, because by the time we had 7 points at halftime, I was finding it hard to let it affect me. So that was the tackle record. I'm not surprised. 16 tackles is ridiculous. That is insane. Yeah, fantasy option. Good. Yeah, exactly. This is our therapy. Cheers, Brie. Appreciate it. You've already eaten a raw egg tonight for this club. I'm going to the Eagles game tomorrow for a laugh. Can't stand it. Watch them win. Oh, they will. You just know it. It'll be very Dockery. 12 to halftime was even crazier. Did we have 12 to halftime? I thought we had 7 to halftime. I think we did. Or am I just spewing shit? Huge Wagner in fantasy. James might be winning the car here. He did, Lockie. Great observation. Jai missed appeal for a good stint. Jai's kicked a few cheap ones at the end. It'll keep him in, I'm sure. That's got to be the record. Oh, 12 and a half. Yeah, my bad. So that's got to be the record, right? Most tackles in a half AFL. Is that a record I can even find? So Rory Laird had 20. Tom Liberatore, Jack Zeeble, Jude Bolton have all had 19 in the game. So Wagner actually came quite close. Bloke was tackling like a madman. You sometimes think Freo should be a registered charity. At least our memberships would be tax deductible. Yeah, good call. Oh. Jordan's in the waiting room. We'll have a yarn to him. I'm not sure what else there is to yarn about.
Might be a bit of a lag here. I'm on my phone, but yeah. You able to hear me all right? Because I've got headphones in.
Yeah, you're a bit delayed. That's all right, though. I can hear you.
You able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I might actually just leave and get on my. I might quickly leave and do it on my laptop. If that's all right.
Yeah, okay. See you then. My camera's just died, so this night's just going fantastically. I'll quickly switch over. There we go. Is this a professional setup if you've ever seen it? Downfall began when OMAC was dropped. Yeah. Does OMAC get back in next week? I want to see mass emissions next week. Like, no excuses. I'm not individualizing anyone tonight because I don't think there's a point. But mass emissions have to be made from somewhere. All lines of the field. There's no way we can go on and play Collingwood next week with that 22 we put out today. Terrible. I think Darcy Cameron is going to absolutely towel Sean Darcy next week. He's going to towel him up. And it's going to be a hard watch. How them sharp his head smacked into the ground, yet stopped the game for another head bump. Again, the umpires tonight were funny, how bad they were. It's not even worth complaining about. But I agree with you, Ryan, 100%. To make 23 people in purple miss the flight's discrimination. Some good form coming out of the chat tonight. Darcy needs a rest. Don't rate him. Who do we drop and bring into it? Well, you could bring Vossi back for Darcy. Play Jacko in the ruck. But we won't drop Darcy. There's no chance. Young will go. I think probably Erasmus comes in. Yeah. Oh, it was... I don't blame you. Don't blame you whatsoever. Jordan is back. Righto.
Okay, hopefully a little less lag that time. But yeah, what a performance though. I think it's one of those games where you just got to embrace it at that point. And I think you said earlier, we're all kind of lost all emotion by the third quarter anyway. So yeah, but I don't know. I feel like most of us knew that game was probably done in the first, to be honest. One thing I want to mention. The Gary Lyon. I know you do your own stream, so you might not have heard the Fox commentary that much, but Gary Lyon was basically sounding like a frustrated Freo supporter. Like, it was at the point where he was like, every time the Saints won a clearance, he'd go like, and there's another one. Like, and then I think when we won a couple, and he said, and see, that's how easy it is once you get a clearance, you can actually start scoring. Like, he was.
I did hear that.
He was turning full nuffy. Which is and that's the level it got to. We got all the neutrals were turning into Dockers fans. That's how frustrated they were. It's crazy.
Yeah. I just think people just want to see us do well, and it's just not in our DNA to do well. As someone,
I think
was it?
people
Yeah, go.
People are sick of having their tips messed up as well. I think because no, I don't think many people tipped us last week, and most people probably tipped us this week, and no one will tip us next week either. And
I will win.
You never
Of course
know.
we'll.
So.
Yeah, I think Matt said earlier. I was about to make a point. Just completely lost my way of thought. I've lost my way of thought. That's the sort of night it is. Like Freo's midfield there. I just couldn't get a hold of my words. Yeah, honestly, I've never been so disorientated in the fan cam. We're an hour in, and I can't put words in a sentence. Just speak to me about what you saw, because in particular that first half, because the first half was the part where I think most of us were emotionally invested in the game, because the most it got out to was 20 points, and we were still in the game and we were just doing frustrating things. Just let me know.
Well, I'll give you an example before. I think there was that moment. Was it Sharman or someone, or whoever scored that goal from the pocket, and Draper was really lax to get to it. I think it was Gary Lyon again. He goes, "This team looks like they're trying, or this team thinks they're trying, but they're really not." Which is the sort of things that we've heard said for the Eagles over the past few years, or Carlton back when they won 2 games in 2018. It's not the sort of thing you'd hear for a team that was 4-3 coming into this game. So the obvious issue that we had, I mean, there's no real positives other than Wagner's pressure, breaking the tackle record or whatever it was. There isn't really any positives out of this game, and maybe the fact that a miss got 2 is nice as well. But the clearance count, I think it was 50 to 22. The clearance count.
Wow.
That's not something you see in the AFL. That's like when you consider that every team's got the same salary cap. Every team's, got, and again, I was saying this on commentary, you don't see that in the modern game, because just every team's got star midfielders, as do we, and you just 50 to 22, you just don't, it just doesn't happen. And I don't know what happened, but they just smashed us completely. And it's not like the Melbourne game, because I thought Darcy was, pretty good today. Oh, I mean, no one was pretty good, but I don't think Darcy was, like, he wasn't in our bottom half of worst players, I'd say. So it wasn't it wasn't even that issue. It was more just the fact that their midfield dominated us, and as a unit, we weren't operating as a unit, the midfield unit. It didn't exist tonight, and it's not like, it really isn't like anything I've seen from any team, to be honest, for a while.
Yeah, I am speechless. That clearance number I actually wasn't aware of.
50-22, yeah.
I feel like every fan cam we bring up a stat where we're like, that actually can't be real. Like the past few weeks, it's been, or most of our losses has been the tackle inside 50 stat, which would be like fucking minus 25.
And we won that one, I think.
Yeah, probably.
18-9, yeah.
Oh, really? No way.
Yeah, I got them up here. Yeah.
That is unreal. So it just goes to show that we are the funniest football club in the land. I think I've spoken all I need to about the game. That was just, I've lost all confidence for this season, and because as soon as we'll beat Collingwood next week, we will get thumped by the Giants the week after, and it will just keep going in that cycle. And I'm sick of being mediocre, because even when we've been shit over the past 10 years, in seasons, we've picked up these little scalps over really good teams. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of just living off scalps and trying to scrape into the 8. One fucking finals appearance in 10 years.
Yeah, that's I think the only team, if we did that, the only team that would be worse than us in that metric would be North. I think every team has made Gold Coast, but they'll probably make it this year. So, one finals in 10 years, every club would have to real look at itself if that happened. But as you said, because we beat the Swans away last year, so I think the year before that we beat one of the grand finalists, I think, or maybe
we beat Geelong at home, 2020.
Oh, Geelong at home, yeah, that's
2023. Who was the grand final? Collingwood, Brisbane.
No, we didn't beat either of those, but
we beat some good teams that year. Geelong.
We beat some good teams that year. We beat some good
Geelong
teams
twice
last
that year
as well. Geelong twice. Yeah, 2023, yeah, home and away, but they were pretty rubbish that year. But that's the thing. I think I sort of thought this after the Melbourne loss as well. I said, right, if we beat Adelaide next week, we can't, like, we've still got to remember that just happened, and we can't, pretend it's all back to good. But I think I kind of did it anyway. I thought, all right, everything's all good now. Now we're this good win against Adelaide. So if we were to beat Collingwood next week, I think we can't think that way again, because the consistency just isn't there at the moment. And yeah, I just, like, as I said, like, a lot of people talk about, they're disappointed and they're upset with the performance, but I'm just like, as you said, it's kind of speechless. It's just like, it's not it's 60 points. It's not the sort of demolition that you see in the modern game. Like, typically, your key forward might have a good game, or your back line will be too strong or something like that. But that was just like, our midfield almost didn't exist compared to theirs. It was really
the way
like
they
nothing I'm
locked it in
saying.
that front half, in the first half, was I've never seen anything like it. Since I've been watching football, I've probably been watching football for 14 years. I've probably had a good gauge of it for about 10. I don't know what that was, but it's something I've never seen before. Even like the absolute top of the tree versus the absolute bottom, I've never seen anything like that front half dominance. Just in the way the Saints locked that in, that was so bizarre. And I mean, look, Howard, Webster, Wilkie were phenomenal, but Amos had the presence of an ant. Tracy wasn't getting in good enough positions. Darcy around the ground was absolutely disgusting. I thought Jackson showed intent at the ball, but I just thought he was out of position a few times. It was just, I've never seen anything like it. You got it right. Like, you don't see this in the modern game.
Yeah, and I mean, we got to wonder what happened. I mean, JL said in the presser he didn't see any signs during the week that we were going to take the Saints easily. Considering that we probably took Melbourne a bit easily as well. But the thing about the Saints is, I said this a bit earlier before. I said we got outcoached by our old coach, who used to get outcoached quite a fair bit, which is a bit of a tough one to take, because that was they actually showed Ross in the box like late in the fourth, and he was laughing to his assistants. I think even Ross was probably a bit shocked about what happened tonight, to be honest. The fact that he's coached a lot of those players as well. He would have never coached the wrong, would he? But no, Brayshaw and a lot of those senior guys as well. But yeah, it's as I said, there's not really anything. There's no positives. It's all negatives tonight, which is just rare for a loss. But I want to bring up something I said earlier. I said on Twitter just before that I didn't think we had anything to worry about tonight, and we'd take care of the Saints pretty easily. And the Saints fans are all starting to see that. So great. But yeah. So I might have jinxed us tonight, but yeah.
Any final words?
Final words. No, that's about it. Just I'll be out at Coburn tomorrow if anyone wants to throw stuff at me for that, for making that comment earlier, that we've got nothing to worry about. But yeah,
I'll be there. Thank you. Thanks for joining again. I say I hope to see you after a win next week, but I mean, that's slim chances. I don't know what's going to happen over the next week. Thanks for joining. Have a good one. We've got a few people in the waiting room here. There's been a bit of funny chat coming through. Ray gun in the ruck might be the way forward. Coming off Diggy's comment, I'd rather Ray gun out there tonight. Ethan, or whatever his name is, needs to chuck the time in chat for the Madagarrett Bridge community jump. I'll be in attendance. Noah, the Ants have a higher presence than Amos. Don't talk shit about the Ants. That's just a great banter coming from the chat here. We'll get Jack in next. Are you there? Chuck a thumbs up. Yeah, all right. Jack.
I'm there. I'm an old person.
Yeah.
63 yesterday.
Oh, huge. Happy birthday.
Go Blues.
You're a Carlton fan. Where does this come from?
Yeah. Look at Oh,
no.
But I love Fremantle.
Do ya?
Fremantle are a great team. Oh yeah,
Thank-
I've been watching them for a couple of years now. They're pretty good. I love them. But we'll fix St Kilda up for you in 2 weeks. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, thank
First,
you.
we're going to get past Adelaide.
Look, I don't like Carlton. Most of the chat don't like Carlton, but we are all going to be on your side next Friday night. Because
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes. Yeah, up the Blues. I thought I'd never say it, but up the Blues next week. We need Saints to be taught a new one.
We're going to get past Adelaide, and we'll do St Kilda for you too, bro.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
We'll do that for you. How's that?
Have a good time.
All right.
Oh, thanks, Jack. All right, we've got all right, chat is being disgusting. We'll get well, we've got a well-known figure in the community coming up next. I think you know who this is going to be. He supports St Kilda.
Get that torch up. Hello. Just walking back from the game. Wasn't a bad one. How are you feeling?
Oh, mate.
Hey!
Hello.
Bit
to be
dark
honest,
outside, but it's all right.
like, I've been on the fan cam for an hour now. The game ended about an hour and a half ago. I've lost all emotion. Like, we've had some absolute pisses on the cams tonight. I've you know what? Fuck this club. Who cares?
I mean, it's probably been like 2 hours since you sort of had the loss already penciled in, so it probably doesn't feel as bad as. I don't know. I think this probably couldn't have gone any worse for you guys, to be completely honest, from what I've been hearing. Like, is there a single positive you can take out of the game?
No. This is the first loss I can think of since so the losses that come to mind are the Geelong COVID loss in 2020, where we chucked up 20 points. The Derby in 2019, we chucked up 2 goals, 20. And the Geelong loss in 2018, where we lost by 120. They're the 3 losses in which this category comes into. Because 7 points at halftime is so fucking bad.
I knew it from the start. That shouldn't have been a primetime Friday night game. But the AFL, they just have their own ways, unfortunately. But you know what? I'm not complaining. That was about as stress-free footy as I've had in a very long time. That second half was very enjoyable. And not going to lie, I was refreshing the UCAT stream every once in a while to see a reaction to some of the goals. Cooper Sharman, legacy game. Jack McRae, how good was he in the midfield? Callum Wilkie, bloody Josh Tracy. He's got to go back home and really reconsider his position as a forward right now. Because what was that?
What, moving to fullback?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he's not best 22.
Not after that. No one's best 22 after that performance. Let's be honest.
Do we just make 22 changes next week? Just the entire Peel Thunder team come in?
Or how many changes are you expecting to be made? Like, do you reckon J-Lo's going to go hard, or?
Well, no, because he's soft as fucking butter.
You'll be forced to make one at least, because Young's going to be gone for a bit.
Young's gone, but I don't think we have anyone in the waffle banging the door down. Like, we've got talent there. So Voss will come back from suspension, so he'll be an option. Erasmus, Aish, Will Brody won't come in, but we've got guys that can play at the level. I don't know how many changes we'll make, because this game was so bad from a team perspective. I can't even individualize this. I don't even know who I'd omit. It's just fucking. I don't think Murphy Reid played well, but you can't omit him. I don't think Sarong played well, but you can't omit him. I don't think Darcy played well, but they won't omit him.
I feel like it was just one of those games where it's just a whole team.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't bank on it to happen again. I genuinely wouldn't be shocked if you go out and beat Collingwood next week. That's just how weirdly inconsistent you guys have been. It feels.
You know what we'll do, right?
We'll
win our next 4, which include Giants away, Gold Coast away, Collingwood at home. Some of the most fuck games. And then we will just go on an all-time stinker run. Lose to Essendon, lose to North. It's just It's one of those seasons. I can already sniff it from round 8. It is so disgusting.
It's a weird one. Are you in the 8 still? Or
No,
like I don't
we're
think the
not.
bladder position right now matters much, but yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like some
Well,
of fans
tenth
would
actually
come on
was
here
the
and
bottom
give you. Some fans would come on here and just go on, be cocky, arrogant, give you shit. I'm not really going to do that because I know it's going to come back to bite me. But I'm just as shocked as you are. In all honesty, I was coming in expecting a loss. I tipped us, but only because I felt like you never know. You might see a bit of a response after 3 losses. We've been in some poor form, and Freo, you never know what Freo you're going to get. But that was quite surprising. Can't lie. And how about you as well? That Carlton bloke they got on earlier. There's no way you're cheering on the freaking Blues over the Saints next week.
To be honest, I'm not.
There's no chance you'll ever cheer on the
giving him a
Blues.
bit of happiness. I was giving him a bit of
You're
happiness.
just giving the 63-year-old bloke a bit of happiness. So you'll probably not
I'm
see
not
much more
supporting
as a
Carlton.
Carlton fan. Let's be honest.
No,
He's probably not going to see another flag in his life.
Horrendous.
What?
Oh, look, Carlton have a bright future. I don't know where to go from here. I'm so lost. This has been the most disorientated I've ever been on the fan cams.
Hey, at least you're getting viewers.
Let's just say, yeah, we've had 100 in the whole time. Let's just say that after that Geelong loss, I wouldn't have let Lockie Miller in. So I knew you wouldn't be a cockhead. And,
No,
yeah.
I'm not like that. Typically, I selectively choose when I want to be a cockhead, and tonight's not the night. I feel almost a bit sorry for you, to be honest, because if the roles were reversed, let's just say I wouldn't be on social media at the moment.
Oh no. Well, I think it's worse to be in our position because we're expected to be good this year. You've just been like a free hit team for so long. Like, if you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. Like, whatever. Ride the waves. Who cares? It's fun. It's like, when you have expectations, it's a whole different boat.
Well, we seem to perform better when we haven't got expectations sometimes.
I think
but
most
like
teams
our
do.
wins so far, our wins this year have been against some pretty decent, like Geelong, Freo, Richmond, Port. I don't feel like we've had too many soft kill wins. We've had a pretty tough start to the fixture, I would say, to our season.
I think you're going to be okay in the long run. We'll be in the same region this year. We'll just be scraping for those last spots in the 8.
Yeah, I still don't think it's happening this year. I still don't think when the whips get cracking end of the season, I just don't think we're going to be good enough against the sides competing for the 8.
Yeah, it's going to be...
But who knows? Who knows? Maybe that Freo Saints game in Perth later this year could mean more than what you think.
I've looked at the fixture. That's going to be a prime time slot.
Well, if it's a prime time slot, then
Friday
I'll be looking forward. It better not be a Thursday night because the flights booked are on the Friday. My dad booked us flights
that would
for
be
my birthday. And if it's a Thursday game, that would be pretty bad.
Oh, you can just fly in for the fan cams.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you won't be hosting the fan cams when you're doing home games, are you? That'd be Drewsy's role.
Probably not, but yeah, I mean, I had to host.
I'll get on. I'll get on regardless for every Saints game on the Freo Faithful channel. That'll be my tradition.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Right, thanks for joining.
1-0. 1-0 up.
1-0.
Saints undefeated on the Freo Faithful channel.
All of our results have been alternating over the past few years, so if the stats go our way, we should win at Optus. But yeah, look, anything can happen with these two. Our clubs are the 2 biggest fuckwit clubs in the league. Like,
up the Saints, get around them. Get around them.
Oh, thanks for joining, mate.
Honestly, I wish I could say I could. All right, see ya.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be Sunday. Probably. Oh, I don't even care about the time slot. The tunnel linking Perth Underground and Elizabeth Quay's Braga and Freo's next month of footy. That's pretty dark as well. We aren't making 10th at this rate. We are running the genuine risk over finishing lower than last year's ladder position. We finished 10th last year, didn't we? Yeah, shit. Cardi, a good man, but get off. He's not going to see another flag in his lifetime. There's something coming from a Sainer. Yeah, I feel like Fremantle and St Kilda fans are the two fan bases that just have zero credits to make any banter over premierships. But look, we're always here for it. I reckon we just fold as a football club. Only right call now. Look, I'm not against it. I haven't watched any of the media from this game. Like, what interviews have come out? What's the headline on the AFL website? Docker shocker as Saints hold Freo to 5 goals. Can't wait to read that one. Fuck me. You can, if anyone else wants to join the fan cams, we've got 83 in. Pinned link in the comments. It's been a funny fan cam tonight. The late night ones are elite. We'll have another one next Thursday. Yeah, join the fan cams if you haven't already. We'll wrap it up soon if no one else joins, but I'll stick around for a bit longer in case anyone else does want to. Nah, Adrian, he's off, mate. Just watch us beat Collingwood. I don't know. Where's Druzy? We had Druzy in first guest to the stream. We had a little yarn. He left at 3/4 time. Jeez, wasn't good, was it? Yeah, Drew has the Waddle Park game in the morning, so he's off for a little nap. They're saying the Dockers game were competitive if it was an AFLW game. Yeah. Do I think West Coast will win tomorrow? No, I don't, but would I be shocked? Probably not, to be honest. Probably not. Yeah. Next season, FC. It's always next season. Oh my god. I actually feel sick. How do you fix mental fucking weakness? I don't think you can with this group. This is as bad as it'll get this season, this loss. Like, this is a low. Thoughts on Johnson? Well, it was only the most Matthew Johnson thing of all time to have a career best game last week and follow it up with an absolute, like, that is a Matt Johnson Hall of Fame stinker today. Some people said he had a bad game last week, which I didn't see. I thought he played quite well. 27 touches, but this week was, oh, look, a change to say the least. Hinkley's your number one pick. I don't want Ken. We need a winner at the pointy end. Ken is the opposite of that. Bevo would be my number one pick because he's out of contract and Simon Garlick likes him. But my number one pick would also be for Simon Garlick to piss off. So you can't have it all. We definitely need Cossie. Cossie's sticking around at Melbourne. Well, come join this shit show. Yeah, Jono was not good. We can't even get to the pointy end. I don't know if I even want to just make it to the pointy end each year and not win. Ken hasn't made a grand final in 15 years. Like, you say Bucks? Oh, Bucks would be nice. Yeah. I'll have to do most of it. He watched the first 3 quarters, but he said it was quite loose, the analysis. What if we get Ross back? That would be elite. Ross Lyon leaves St Kilda tomorrow and joins Fremantle. Oh, we're just making shit up now, aren't we? Go with Buckley. I don't know. I'm not even sure if Buckley wants to coach. Longmire. We'd be doing a disservice if we're not at least speaking to these guys. Like, the amount of coaches in the market at the moment that are so talented is crazy. I also don't think we'll be able to get Hinkley straight out of the Port job. I think he'll want to break for a bit. Bring back Banners. All right, this is the lowest we've been all night. Like, we've been low. We had 7.5 points. We've lost by 61. The idea of bringing back Bailey Banfield is the lowest we've been all night. I think it's fair to say. Adam Simpson. He's a good coach. Who knows? A West Coast Premiership coach coming to Freo would be so funny. Ange Postecoglou. It's just who we are, mate. If JL whipped out that it's just who we are, mate, in the post-game presser, keep him. I'm a winner, unemployed and passionate. Vote 1 Jimbo for Freo top job. How does the... Authorized by H. Fong. Is that it? Yeah, authorized by H. Fong. That's how it feels like that message should end. I'm sure I'm not the only one here that gets that reference. Bring back Damien Drum. I think he's a liberal politician now, Damien Drum. So he's taken a bit of a career turn. Eric Ten Hag to replace JL. I don't mind some of these suggestions. Loser of tomorrow's election to replace JL. Oh, jeez. Who would be better out of Dunn and Albo to lead the Fremantle Football Club? Like, who do you reckon would have a more tactical brain? I'm not sure. I feel like any coach beside JL will bring further energy back when in a different game. Like, I'm out. I'm off him. I can't deal with him anymore. It ruins your week, doesn't it? Your footy team not winning, it hurts a lot. Oh, my week is so ruined. Luckily, we play Thursday. My weekend's ruined. That's the worst bit. Like, us playing Friday is the worst thing. But us playing Thursday is a blessing. I only have to wait 3-4 days for us to get back out on the park and lose again. Jail and Albo give off similar energy. Don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Pauline Hanson to replace JL. Probably the ball guy. I wouldn't rate Peter Dunn as a Freo tactico. I'm not sure why. Clive Palmer to Freo. Here we go. Authorized by H. Fong. As I've already said, the link is still there for the fan cams if anyone wants to come join. I'll quickly I'll get the camera back up here. Should have charged a little bit. There we go. Oh, gee. In my 30 years, I've just learnt to let it be water for ducks back. It's just a game. Oh, I don't know. This game isn't water for ducks back. This has killed all my confidence for this season. In a season where I had silly amounts of confidence that we potentially make a dent on the competition that is the Australian Football League. David Hale, throwback. The man who coached one game for us. Need another random old guy to enter. One of the worst performances I've seen in my life. Yeah, I wouldn't mince my words either, Macklin. If Garlick hasn't spoken to Buckley on that trip and Longmire when Sydney beat us, then he should go. Yeah, that's his job. He has to. That's your role in being a CEO or a president, whatever he is. Can't play the Starlight game like that. Next week's not the Starlight game; it's the Purple Hands Foundation game. I think Starlight's later in the season, but yeah, we can't play the Purple Hands game like that. It's another little charity game we've got going on. You were there at the game, and some of the handballs were just disappointing, and that's putting it lightly. Disposal by hand and foot Grant was deplorable, to be honest. Yeah. My Freo scarf is currently sitting on the floor. I've got no motivation to wear these colours right now. Like, it's a bit sickening even just. I might not just watch the game on Thursday, see if we improve or not. Got footy training too. Cool. Should have a chat to Hayden Skipworth, Pies assistant. No more Collingwood assistants. That's it. We got JL as a Collingwood assistant. I'm done experimenting with Collingwood. They can all go. Wayne Bennett. What a shout. Skipping next game means skipping next game to watch my fake grass grow. Have you seen what Clark said post-game? Yeah, I did see that. That is so embarrassing. Geordie Clark's what I know fights every week. Doesn't mean he played well, but Geordie Clark fights every week, and he's been in good form. He's one of those guys where I've always got so much time for that bloke. I've got so much time. Tomorrow with Dismangalagale, go Blues. Old mate Jack. Alex Pearce was all right at times, but that wasn't enough. Pearce had a great first half. I think most of our backs can hold their heads. Not high. I mean, Draper was awful, but Starlight song or Viva La Vida? Starlight. I like the Starlight song. All right, we're getting someone in. We're an hour and a half in. There's nothing to lose.
I know.
Hey, Jack. Talk to me.
I thought you were supposed to ask me the question.
No, you just talk to me about whatever the fuck you just watched.
Well, I watched half of the game and then I actually turned it off.
You went and played Forza, didn't you?
Yeah, I did with Kobe.
Yeah, with Kobe. Yeah, that wasn't up to scratch, was it?
No, no.
Are you gonna
Oh.
go to the game on Thursday?
I'm actually on camp, so I can't,
you
which is
can't
probably
go,
a
that's
blessing in
right.
disguise.
You can't go, yeah.
Mm.
I've got a comment here from Jack Vincent. I think that might be aimed at you.
Me?
Yeah, I think so.
Me?
Fellow Jack.
Well, it definitely isn't you.
What the fuck? It's just rude, isn't it? Oh, well, all right. That's your one and only chance for the year to get on the fan cam. So I hope you enjoyed it. No, I know what you're about to say. See ya. The bloke's trying to slip something in. Draper doesn't seem to have a role. I feel like we're just playing Draper for the sake of it. Hey, I don't particularly. Well, I love Draper. I think he's the best 22 player. Or maybe he isn't, because I think Brennan Cox has sort of taken his role. I think we're just playing him for the sake of it. I think a James Ash or a Cooper Simpson would be far more fit. Like, we've tried to play Draper on these small guys for a few weeks now, and it's not working. So yeah, Draper's position is vibes. He doesn't have a role in our backline. It's odd. We just play as many tall guys down there as we can. Shane Walker is out for so long after Draper's performance. Oh, yeah. We just need a small defender down there. The Aishes, the Simpsons of the world. Yeah, too many tools. Exactly. Look, I don't think I can go for much longer. It's been an absolute joy to spend these few hours post-game with you, dissecting a 10-goal loss at Marvel. What's next for the channel? So I think we're going to try and get the podcast out on Sunday this week, because we've got a Thursday night game. So if everything goes to plan, podcast Sunday. That is not. Who is in the waiting room? I know who that is. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully if everything goes to plan, podcast Sunday. Oppo Monday, maybe. Maybe preview Monday. Oppo Tuesday. I'll be doing the teams on Wednesday, because it's a Thursday game. So earlier teams next week, and then Thursday we'll be back for the fan cams. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Doesn't get worse than this, does it? Thanks for sticking fat with the channel. 700 subs tonight. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Stick fat. Cheers. I'd rather watch Botswana versus Taiwan in curling. Pretty much sums up the night.